Okay, so I think now it's already 8 o'clock. Wow, we have already 67 people, and there will be more, I guess. And then we can do on times. Yeah, as usual, we always on time for these meetings. So now 8 o'clock exactly in Indonesia, especially in the Western Indonesian time, in Jakarta time. So first of all, it's honorable. Again, thank you very much for all participants, all the audience in these meetings. So these times, normally, as you know, this has been already the fifth year. So we have done 4 times already, yeah. And the last time Karangetang was super from many feedbacks. And then also now this is the 5th year, to 5 times. And then will be end of the program, of the series of the programs, yeah. So we have for the program, 5 top active volcanoes in Indonesia, yeah. And then from Krakatau, and then to Merapi, and then Semeru volcano, and then Karangetang the last week, and then the last, yeah, this times to Dukono. So unfortunately, these times, usually I have my colleagues, my partner, very, very good partner, Deni Sugandi, you know that. But Deni now is absent, so I have to do everything myself, the programs, and then also to operate these meetings. And then with Mr. Devi for, yeah, the volcanologist. So you all know my friends, so I can say just like guys, yeah. And then first, I would like to inform, I'm as the initiator, I would like to appreciate very much. So that in the pandemic, we have a very tremendous, situation and affected almost tourism. And we as the tour guide, so I hope this will be become inspirations, yeah, inspire people, especially tour guide, in every region in Indonesia and also all over the world. Because now still we cannot go outside, and then many countries, many cities still we are in lockdown. And then by virtual tour, will become the alternative as a solution. Tour guides and then tourism sectors, can promote, their product, and then especially tour guide, can walk, yeah, like me, for example. So I hope this will be inspire everybody. I mean the tour guide, especially. So I can work like this, and then I create something, the programs, based on my knowledge and then my specializations. So my name is Andi. My complete is Adi Susanto. Yeah. So I work now as a tour guide, volcanological tour guide, in Volcano Discovery. So this is the leading volcano travel in the world, in Germany, based in Germany, Indonesia, and Hawaii. And then very happy. Thank you very much also for Irina, for Tom Favor, and then from Marina that has been supporting until today, and then always support us to their website. And then here we have some special guests. Yeah, we have also, I would like to introduce one by one. So we have here Dr. Ingrid Smet from Belgium. Yeah, he's a geologist. She is geologist. Yeah. And then hello Ingrid. Yeah, nice to meet you again. Hi, thank you very much. And then also we have Mr.Othman Ayeb from Malaysia. So he is a Geopark tour guide. Yeah, he was the chief of the Geopark tour guide in Langkawi, Malaysia. Hello, Mr. Othman. Selamat malam.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, here. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then also here we have Mr. Thomas Spinner from Germany. He is a photographer. Yeah, he's a photographer, and then he is very, very good photographer. Yeah, for me, is one of the best. And then sometimes it's amazing how he made it. And then also here Irina Vakhitova from Russia. She worked also for Volcano Discovery in Russia chapter. Yeah, and yeah, she has been supporting me every time. Thank you very much, Irina. Yeah. And then here we have Marina Morozova from Russia too. And then we have also here Thea Ami from Switzerland, living in Indonesia. Terima kasih, Thea. And then here we have Maria Martinez. Halo Maria, selamat malam again.
Selamat malam.
Yeah, Maria is a volcanologist. She is also a geochemist in Costa Rica, Central America. And then we have also Frosina Stojanovska. She's from Slovenia. Yeah, she's also geologist. And then we have now the new participants from Australia. This is Mr. Tim Brown. Thank you, Mr. Tim Brown from Australia, from Sydney. And then we have also Livio Birkam Kaf. Yeah, he is from Germany as well. He like very much volcanoes. And we have also Dr. Tilman Ditting from Germany. And also we have here now Xavier Pariso. And then also, yeah, I think everyone that I cannot mention. And then also here, thank you very much also for Dr. Heryadi Rahmat. He is our co and then always supporting us. And then also there is Dr. Sri Mulyaningsih. Yeah. So in here, we will have also special guest actually from Mr. Dedi from Ternate. Yeah. Mr. Dedi, hello. Selamat malam.
Selamat malam.
So Mr. Dedi is the chairman of the Indonesian Geologist Association, yeah, chapter North Maluku. So he always support the local guide there, you know, to know about the geotourism. Yeah. And then we have also local guide, yeah, as usual. We always have local guide, yeah. So this is the program, you know, for encouragement, you know, how the tour guide become existing like that, and then that can have creativity, how to make virtual tour maybe after this, yeah, in the region. So you can develop this and then you can try to promote your region like that in every volcano or every city that you can make. Indonesia is huge. And here also we have special guest Mr. Sangtu Subaya. He is the president of Indonesian Tourist Guide Association. Selamat malam, Mr. Sangtu. And also we have here Mr. Dumya. Yeah, and then I think everybody that I cannot mention, I'm really apologize about this, but many geologists and volcanologists that joining. And also one is the specialist. We have our volcanologist, yeah, our volcanologist, Dr. Devi.K Syahbana. So he is the volcanologist, and then he is from Volcanological Survey of Indonesia. Selamat malam, Pak Devi.
Selamat malam.
Yeah,
good evening.
Thank you very much. Okay, so everyone, and then so actually our program goes to first like this. I would like to explain one by one. So we will have special greetings for first from Mr. Dedi from the Ternate, and the second from the actually we have special also guests, you know, from Mr. Sangtu, yeah, for the short speech, and then we have special guests, but but he has now condolence because one of the family has just passed away. So he is Dr. Rizal Marasauli from Ternate. He is the head of Ternate Tourism Office, but actually is he has now condolence. So let's pray for his family, yeah, in these situations.
Mr.
Like
Andi.
this. Yeah.
Mr. Andi.
Yeah. Hello, Faisal. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. I think one more guest that you haven't been mentioned, that Mr. Maulana.
Mr. Maulana. Yeah, I'm sorry. Because I think he was in toilet before he told me. So thank you, Faisal.
Okay.
Mr. Maulana.
Hello, everyone.
Okay. Yeah, here.
I'm already back.
So I'm sorry, Mr. Maulana is the he is the PhD. He worked in the University of Cairo in Ternate, and then he is the Ternate heritage. Yeah, so he will join us and then also to share about his knowledge about Ternate heritage. Okay. So now everyone, so I hope that you can mute your mic, please. Yeah. Isa, can you help? Yes. Yeah. Okay. And then first of all, so I would like to asking first from Mr. Sangtu Subaya, the president of the ITGA, Indonesian Tourist Guide Association, for the short speech. Yeah, please, Mr. Sangtu.
Okay, good evening. Thank you, Andi, for the time you gave me to deliver my speech for all honorable viewers from around the world. Actually, I am very proud of you as our board member in Tour Guide Association, that you have so many networking, and I observing that this project was persistently supported by volcanologists, by geologists, even from abroad. So really, I'm proud of you. And this is, I think, the fifth episode. This will lead us to eastern part of our archipelago. So from North Sulawesi, now we jump to North Moluccas to see Dukono volcano. Then actually, I have also our fellow there who manages our association, the Tourist Guide Association in this region, called will collaborate in due to the volcano. There's so many volcanoes over there. So the segment will encourage, all our members who I hope to be viewers right now to be a volcano tourist guide in the near future, in coming days. So it is really a high appreciation I send to all the honorable name that you mentioned before, because I observing that such as Maria Martinez, Ingrid, Irina, Engku, Thomas, Othman, etc., persistently joining this program. And why not one day we collaborate with other country to see other volcano. So from the fifth episode, we can see to Ethiopia, as Andi told me that Mr. Engku will present also the volcano in Ethiopia. So thank you again. So I'm proud of you, hoping that this program will encouraging even all our members, as we have members in every province, and viewers from abroad maybe knows already that Indonesia is archipelago, is an island country. So in every island or province, we have volcano that other members in our association, is a Tourist Guide Association in Indonesia, can see this. So at least they can turn their profession from the cultural guide to be a volcano guide. As we have actually, ladies and gentlemen, we have shortage in this segment to accompany all the tourists who are interested in volcano to explore our volcano in Indonesia, because we are rich of volcano. Okay. Well, so ladies and gentlemen, just enjoy, and again congratulations to our fellow Andi, who has initiated this program. That's really a productive program, and especially during the pandemic. It's a creativity how to sell our product, at least instead of staying home. That's really highly appreciated for Andi. And for viewers, honorable viewers, just enjoy, and let's see how our friend Andi collaborate with the local tour guide, Faisal Fahran over there in Ternate to present the Dukono volcano. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Sangtu Subaya, the president of ITGA, Indonesian Tourist Guide Associations. Okay, and then now the second will be goes to Mr. Dedi Arif. Yeah, he a very big supporter for this program, especially for these times. Yeah. Okay, and then time for you, Mr. Dedi. Yeah, it's just called Dedi Arif, and then Mr. Dedi. Yeah, the chairman of the Indonesian Geologist Association in chapter in North Maluku. Yeah, so to give a short speech. Okay, yeah, please, time is yours, Mr. Dedi.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Andi. That's the first welcome to Maluku Utara in virtual event tonight in the evening. Thank you very much for your guys and for your participant in this virtual event of Volcano. Special thanks to President of Indonesian Tour Guide Association, Pak Sangtu. Terima kasih atas acara ini. It is for Indonesian Association of Geology North Maluku, just very important for the some information about this volcano from the research by team of research in the volcano activity with Gamalama and Dukono. Okay, thank you for Mr. Heryadi. Selamat malam for you to evening in this evening, Mr. Heryadi.
Yeah.
This is for my lecturer, my senior, Ibu Sri Mulyaningsi, for you to in the evening. Thank you very much. Very well, thank you to Mr. Andi. Just a high appreciation, and this amazing program, virtual event in the pandemic. From North Maluku, that's 100% support and this event in this evening. Thank you, Faisal in Ternate, Faisal in North Maluku. This amazing guide in the North Maluku. Just thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dedi, Pak Dedi. Okay, Pak Dedi, what about the Pak Kadispar, so the head of tourism? Yeah, I think he has company, so.
Okay, so sorry, this is something problem in this family.
Okay, so no problem. I will give time here for Mr. Maulana, and then also I think he can open these programs and then represent Mr. Dr. Rizal Marsali from Kadispar, from the head of Ternate Tourism. Okay, yes. Maulana, Mr. Maulana, Pak Maulana, yes, please.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, yeah, please, and also short speed and then open this program.
Oh, thank you. It's an honor for me to open this. Welcome to North Maluku. Everyone can hear my voice clearly?
Yeah, clearly.
Okay, thank you. I'm Maulana Ibrahim from Ternate. I usually work at the Hairun University and also doing activity in Ternate Heritage Society. So, welcome to Ternate. As I put in my background, is Gamalama Mountain or Gunung Api Gamalama. We hope you all can enjoy the program tonight, so we can see what's special about this Pais Island and the Halmahera, and of course Dukono itself. So it will be a pleasure for me also included in this program, because this is also my first time join a program and network with some geologists and geo heritage, geo tourism, something like that. So I hope everyone can enjoy. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Maulana Ibrahim. Okay, so everyone, now the tour will begin. So first of all, like this, so we will have like a teaser video in the beginnings, and after that we will have like introduction from Dr. Devi.K Syahbana, the volcanologist, about the volcanological and geological setting in Ternate and Halmahera. Yeah, so he will deliver 2 times. So about the explanation about the Ternate and Halmahera, and the second about Dukono. Yeah, and then now I would like to share. This is our program. Yeah, this times. So I can show you that this is our program. You can see this is the itinerary. So like this. And then we're going to go to here first. This is all around of in Ternate, because Ternate is a small island, but actually it's quite huge with many geosites and then also with rich of culture. Yeah, so this will be guided by Faisal, yeah, the tour guide. Yeah, so everybody, so nothing is perfect, but I always motivate the local guide, even first time for him, first time for them, and then how to use Zoom, and then how to play in the virtual tour. But this is next time will be good for them to develop by themselves. So we will have like some itinerary like this destination. Yeah, she's here. We're gonna visit the Babula Airport, and then the museum, the lake, the Tolire Lake, and then also lava flow, and yeah, and then here you can see in the left the programs, and then also we can, after that we move to different islands. So from Ternate Islands, and then we're gonna move to the Halmahera Island. So this is the itinerary. Yeah. All right. And then now, so we can continue that I will play this video. Yeah, this is for the teacher. Yeah. So that was the teaser that I hope this is can, you know, awake you. Yeah. This is a short teaser. And then the second is, this is we're gonna go for the explanation about the geology of Ternate and Halmahera. And then this is the time for you, Mr. Devi, Dr. Devi Syahbana. Yeah, please. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Devi?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you very clear. So now I can stop this and then you can share. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. First of all, hello everyone. Nice to see you again. For those who was coming in the previous session at Karangetang. Now I would like to talk about the Dukono mostly, but because we will pass through the Ternate, so I will explain also about the Gamalama, and I will share first my slides. So these slides may be familiar for you who came in the first session last week. So this is a map of monitored volcanoes in Indonesia. So it says not all of them, only the monitored volcanoes. And you know that Indonesia have at least 127 volcanoes. 6 of them are submarines, and 69 volcanoes are monitored 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. So it means it is continuously monitored. And we have Pak Iwan Ahmad here as an observer of Dukono. He works, yeah, of course, he doesn't work 24 hours, but they work in shifts, and they work like a shift of 3 persons every 8 hours. So, and now we will talk about this area. So this is North Maluku areas. So we have 4 volcanoes monitored there. And we will talk first about so go closer to that map. So here you see there are 5 volcanoes, sorry, I told 4. So we will, our first itinerary, that the airplane from Jakarta will fly to Ternate. Ternate is in this area. So where you see the Gamalama volcano, that's the place where the main airport is located. And then we will go through to the Halmahera Island, and then we will speak about the Dukono, which is the northernmost volcano in the Halmahera Arc. So, and speaking about these locations, the tectonic settings in the eastern Indonesia is very, very complex, and this is one of them. You see that first I will talk about the seismicity of the area. And just to give you some overview of this location, that this location is seismically very active, and that is also a consequence to the large amount of active volcanoes around it. So I have, this is not all of them. These are the magnitude 6 plus, magnitude 5 plus earthquakes. Then if you add more smaller events, then you have more. And this is, I think it's more than 4. And then if you add more, then you have like this. So this is certainly a very seismically active regions. And if I make a cross sections through this map, let's make cross section on that area. So that's the area on the white, yeah, on white on the screen. So this is the result. So as you see that this is a very nice result that you can see that there is a plate beneath them, and then that's the you can see that there is the the two arcs on the left, on your left, or on the east. In the east is the Sulawesi arc or Sangihe arc, and then in the west that's the Halmahera arc, where Gamalama and Dukono is located. So and beneath them, this is the Molucca Sea Plate, which is now located beneath two plates on the right. That's the Sangihe part, and the Sangihe part stands above the Halmahera arc. So the partial melting is thought to be around 75 kilometers beneath it, but of course that's maybe different for different volcanoes. And a seismic gap you can see there. And so this is that's the image, and then this is the geological settings to make it easier to explain this setting. So that you see that the geodynamic of the Molucca Sea, this is the Molucca Sea, as you see on the screen, is currently dominated by the collision of the Halmahera and Sangihe arcs. So Sangihe is in the west, and Halmahera arcs is in the east. So the hello.
Yeah.
Sorry, I hear voices, so I thought that someone is calling. No. Okay. The oceanic lithosphere that existed between the two arcs over the last 20 million years has been entirely consumed. That was the previous research was mentioned, and according to Hall and Wilson in year 2000, the Sangihe 4 arc is presently overriding the Halmahera 4 arc. So this is the Sangihe, and then it's overriding the Halmahera 4 arc, while the Halmahera arc itself is thickening by the overthrusting of its back arc from the east. So the Molucca Sea Plate that once largely exposed to the surface between Sangihe and Halmahera arcs is now deep in the mantle and sinking further and further and further with time. So the currently active volcanoes are formed along the weak points of the entire fore arc and back arc section of Halmahera region. So these are the locations. So, and based on our research on some of the volcanoes, because we haven't done that for another volcano, which is Ibu. So we have like Kibasi. So we have 5 volcanoes. So the 4 volcanoes here, the northernmost, Dukono, Ibu, Gamkonora, and Gamalama, we have done geochemical research there. But for Kibasi or Makian, we haven't done that. But yeah, these 4 volcanoes, the results of the magma composition is quite interesting because they are not similar. And as you've seen that Gamalama is less viscous than the Gamkonora, which is and also Dukono that we will visit today is also more viscous than Gamalama. And what is also surprising is that Ibu, which also like Dukono, currently in eruption states, continuous eruption states, have a dacite composition. And so that's the technical part, but I will not talk more in technical part, but we will try to be more, how to say, general. Let's talk about the Gamalama itself. So when we fly from Jakarta to Ternate, we will arrive on that island. So yes, you've seen that this is a stratovolcano with an aerial diameter of around 12 kilometers. So it's a very small island. It's a volcanic island. And yeah, the summit of this volcano is about 1,700 meter above sea level, so it's not very high, but it's quite steep. And as you've seen below, there are so many settlements there. There are so many people's houses, and so that we can call Gamalama as city on volcano. Sorry, not volcanoes, but volcano. City on volcano, because there are more than 200,000 people living on the slopes of the volcano. Oops, sorry, that's my that's my children waking up. So this is Gamalama volcano. This is the one of its eruptions. And as you've seen that mostly it contains of thick ash, and in its history at least 66 confirmed eruptions has been recorded or observed, and the main hazards is a dense column of ash, ejected incandescent material, a voluminous lava flow, and a minor pyroclastic flow, and also as well as lahar. And one of the most major threat for this volcano is not coming from the pyroclastic flow. The lava flow certainly affected the location in the past, but in the current activity, lahar is one of the most dangerous volcanic hazards at this volcano. So as you've seen here, this is the lahar that happened back in 2012, I think. So where there were at least 3 people died because of lahars, and surprisingly, because of the eruptions, you have less people died because of the, for example, from the pyroclastic flow or from the lava flow recent in the recent times. So this is the geologic map of Gamalama. So I will not go into the details of this map, but I will only highlight the interesting part of this map. So as you see on the left, this is the geologic map, and on the right is the aerial map, and where is the center of the eruption? It's there. So that's the red triangle is the current or the actual eruption center. So most eruptions, not most eruptions, but in the past tens of years, the eruptions have coming from these locations. But in the past, there were some other volcanic eruption centers in the island. So but from one of the most notable activities of Gamalama is the lava flow that happened to the northeast of this island. That was Batu Angus. That's lava was coming out in around 1737 that year. And within this journey, we will pass through this location, and he will guide you to this location. So, and in fact, that's not very far from the airport. As soon as you land on the island of Ternate, you can see clearly the lava that is coming from the eruptions of Gamalama. So and in the past, there were also other volcanic centers. And for example, in the south, you have like Ngada Lake. We will also visit this lake. But this one is the oldest centers of activity. So in the geological map, it wasn't mentioned clearly when the past eruptions happened, but it was just said quaternary eruption, activities. So and in general, in Halmahera Arc, the oldest activity is in the south. So not only for Gamalama, but also for other volcanoes that I mentioned earlier. And so the youngest is in the north, and and one of the other center of activities that happened in 1775 was the eruptions that took place at Tolire lake. Now it's a lake. You will see in this tour as well. Where is Tolire? Now it is become very good or a very touristic place in Ternate. But this eruption in 1775 was quite notable. It was said that there was a large earthquakes accompanying these eruptions, and also there were like more than 140,000 people died because they were living around that lake before, and the land were subsided, and the eruption types was started by the phreatic eruptions and then developing into a magmatic eruptions. And so that's for the story of Gamalama. We will go to Dukono, but then I will pass through Andi. We will talk about Dukono afterwards. Please, Andi.
Okay, so now we continue. Was very cool, Mr. Devi. Thank you very much. So I think now we can continue with our tours. Yeah. So once again, so enjoy your time, people. Yeah, we have 50% like this sharing knowledge, and then 50% fun. Yeah, tourism. So after this, we're gonna go for tourism, and the second explanation about Dukono will be delivered with again Mr. Devi. Okay, now. So I will continue. Yeah, can you see this now, everybody? Yeah. So after everything actually has explained by Mr. Devi, yeah, about the whole explanation, about Ternate, and then also maybe next after this, yeah, for sure Halmahera. And then now, Faisal, are you ready, man?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, if you're ready, and now let's go first, yeah. And then we're gonna go here first to the airport, and then this is very interesting, Mr. Devi. I think we can see now the lava flow from here near the airport. I think you had explained before here. So what do you think about this? Yeah, yeah. And then I think we can see the lava flow here until to the airport like this. Yeah. So I guess yeah, this is that you have explained before. We can see the lava flow. Okay. And then now, okay. Faisal, time is yours. Now we have to pick up our clients in the airport. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you, Mr. Randy. First of all, I would like to say welcome to Ternate, especially in North Maluku. I will be your guide during your tour from Ternate to Dukono. And here we are in the arrival gate, as you can see. This is the condition of Ternate's airport, or known as Sultan Babullah Airport. For your information, that this airport name was taken by from one of our sultan in Ternate, that his name is Sultan Babullah, because he is the very known hero in here, especially in North Maluku, as he was fought with the Portuguese in 15th century after his father was killed by the Portuguese. And now, as you can see on the pictures, yeah, so this is the caricature of Sultan Babullah. So he fought with the Portuguese in 15th centuries because of his father was killed, as I've been mentioned before. That's why he's really famous in North Maluku as the local hero. Yeah. Next, Mr. Andy.
Yeah. So here, Faisal, we have some illustration. Why they come. I mean, people from outside, so they want to go.
Okay.
Yeah. So there is this kind of.
This is a good one. So as you can see on the photo on the left of your screen, there is Portuguese fleet, And also in the middle, there is the Palace of Ternate. And the reason why they came to the Spice Island or North Maluku in the past, it's because of three missions, which is gold, gospel, and glory. The gold here is those on the pictures, which are clove and nutmegs, because in the past the spice price was uh, really high in the Europe. That's why the Portuguese or the European country, they came to find the spice.
Oh,
And the other two mission, the gospel, is also they want to expand the Catholics religion in all over the world. So in Ternate is the first place where the Catholic spread it in Indonesia. Next, the glory, they want to be the leader of the spice trading in Europe. Next, Mr. Andi.
yeah, now we can go to the city, Faisal. So everybody's already in the car, yeah? So I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone ready?
Don't miss it. Yeah. So now let's go to the city, and then this is yeah, the Kedaton, yeah, the Sultan Palace.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, now welcome to Kedaton Kesultanan Ternate or Sultan Palace of Ternate. As you can see, on the background of the palace, it's a Gamalama volcano, which has been mentioned or explained by Mr. Devi before. And the buildings, the characteristic of the buildings itself, as you can see, it symbolizes the sitting lion. The front balcony, it's symbolize the head of the lion, and the two stairs, which has been drawn by the Mr. Andi, it symbolized the front leg of the lion. And also, as you can see, there are three flags hosted. The middle one, it's Indonesian national flag. The black one is the Ternate Sultanate's flag, and the yellow one, it symbolizes the Muslim kingdoms. For your information, that North Maluku is it has 4 kingdoms exist, which all of them are Muslim kingdoms, which are Ternate, Tidore, Bacan, and Jailolo.
Yeah,
Next,
super.
Mr. Andi.
Yes.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, now we are in front of the palace. As you can see, that's in local we call Ngara Opas, or the gate goes to the Sultan's harbor, which is used by Sultan's navy. So for your information, that these 4 kingdoms, as I've been mentioned, was united as it's just like one country together. So they have their own navy, their own soldiers, and their own army. And the palace, before I forgot, it was built in 1813 by one of the Sultan. His name is Sultan Muhammad Ali. It's not a boxer, but that's our Sultan's name.
All right. Okay.
Next.
Let's do.
Yeah. So as you can see on the pictures, this is our last Sultan, but he has died on March 2015. And he was guarded by, we call Soseba in local. It's like ministers or the Sultan staff. So in the palace, they didn't live in the palace, but they usually like they work in the palace.
So,
and for now, we haven't got new Sultan yet, as in North Maluku Muslim kingdoms, we didn't use the monarchy system. So we combine between democracy and monarchy system. So we call it the monarchy system. That's why we haven't got new Sultan yet. It's still on process.
all right, Faisal. So this is, what's the name of this? I think Haji Mudafar Shah, right?
Yeah. So sorry, this our last Sultan's name is Haji Mudafar Shah. He's the
Oh yeah,
48th
was
Sultan.
very cool. Yeah, very cool. So let's go next, Faisal. Yeah.
Next, yeah. So now, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, there is a very brave young man wearing a white cap, holding two tools. He's not doing like a fighting movement, but this is a war dance. So as you can see, it has been circled on the right hand. It's we call kanangana. It's covered by the leaves we call woka leaves. It's used to camouflage the sword. And on the left hand, he's holding the salawaku or the shield, which has a pattern that symbolize the nutmegs and the cloves itself. This dance was used to take the dead body of Ternate sultans who was killed by the Portuguese, as I've been mentioned. So, for your information, that the story, the Sultan was killed. The father of Sultan Babula was killed by the Portuguese, and his head was thrown between Ternate and Tidore Island. And the rest of the body, they kept it in Castella Fort. So that's why we use this dance to take the death body of the sultans. Next.
Okay, good, very good, Faisal. Yeah, yeah. Next, yeah.
So yeah, so this is also one of the war dance. As you can see, they wearing a red uniform or a red cap, and also most of their uniform are red. It symbolizes the braveness of Moluccan people, and they are holding the spear, and also some others also holding swords. The left hand, it's still the same. It's called salawaku, but it's different with soya soya, as cakalele or this dance is the salawaku is a little bit longer. As I've been mentioned, that this dance called cakalele. Usually when they do this dance, they mostly possessed by a genie or something. So it has some magical things. And as Mr. Andi has circled on the yellow one in Salawaku, that's the pattern or the drawing of clothes. And also on the white one, it's also, if I'm not mistaken, it's a swords. It symbolizes the swords. So that's to show that how how brave the Moluccan people before. Next, Mr. Andi.
Yeah, let's go next.
So this is one of the most unique ritual in Moluccan
Very
area.
famous, yeah, Faisal. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is the very famous ritual. As you can see, there are some tourists holding bamboo with there is a requirement for the bamboo. It should have some 7 R of the bamboo, and it should be held by 5 or 7 people. So it shouldn't be held by odd number. It shouldn't be held by even number. Should be odd number. And as you can see, there is an old man on the left side of your screen holding like a torch with the smoky things. That is how they used to lead or guide the bamboo. So no matter how strong you are, how big you are, you cannot even hold it. So this ritual has something like a magic or a mystic, because before they play, the man with the red uniform, he will spell some mantra or spraying to the bamboo, and also blowing the smoke to the bamboo. So after he blow and pray, he will say bara masuen or crazy bamboo, and all the participants or the player should say idadi go go, and the bamboo will move as crazy as the guide who hold the smokes goes. So no matter how strong you are, you cannot even hold it. And this ritual was used in the past is to lift the heavy things like our cloves and nutmegs from the forest. So this was our old forklift. So before we have the heavy machine like now, we use this bamboo for lifting heavy things.
All right, so it was very cool, Faisal. I think I've been many times in Ternate, so next time I want to have to see this for my groups. Yeah, will be amazing.
Yeah, so
it's not only
for your
volcanoes, I guess.
information,
Yeah.
for those who want to come to Ternate, I can be the leader. I will lead you
Yes, for
to
sure,
play this
Faisal.
ritual.
Very good.
Okay,
Okay.
thanks.
Yeah, that's very good. Was very good. Now, this is also very interesting. I guess.
Yeah.
But
So
the
this is
question, the
also one.
question.
Questions you can do
This
later.
is only for guys, or okay.
Yeah, you can do it in chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me, everyone. So for the question, you can do in chatting first. Yeah. After I allow you to ask them. Okay. Yeah. Please proceed. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you, Mr. Andi. So now we have another ritual. As you can read on the description, it's a Salajin tradition or a Salajin ritual. It's preserved by the people around Ternate City and Tidore Island. So in this ritual, mostly used for medication only. As you can see from above pictures, they are doing the medication through the dance and the praying. And the below pictures, as you can see, there is what they over for the ritual. So we have like a white bowl. It has some waters and also some other spices that the one who need medication have to use it. So that's what Mr. Andi has circled. That's all what's the offers that we have to provide.
Why? Yeah, it was very
This is
cool.
a very, very unique ritual. So maybe Mr. Andi, you have some video?
I think we have video, Faisal. This is also directly from local. Yeah, so this is this is from Mr. Dedi. At least
So can you
people can
play? I
see
can
what the
explain
sick
later.
persons. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell, Faisal. Now the volume is low. Yeah.
Okay. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, there is the one who needs medication is sitting down there, covered by white cotton, and some people are dancing. They are the people that also help or support for the one who needs the medication. And if you can listen, there are some mantra or praying that followed by instruments. So it's just like a singing, but they pray that they hope something better happen to the one who needs medication.
All right. Yeah. Okay, Faisal. Thank you very much. And then I think now, Faisal, we can go to the geo site. Yeah. So everybody,
Right.
you can write in chat if you have questions. And then once again, welcome to Marcus Hauer and then from Annegret. Yeah. Okay, Faisal, let's continue.
So
Now
we go to Ngade Lake. This is one of the geo site in Ternate, as you can see from the Google map. Google Earth. This is how the Ngade Lake is. How Ngade Lake looks like. So that is how Ngade Lake looks like. Can you show? If you have some photos, Mr. Andi?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is one of the most beautiful panorama in Ternate, where you can see the lake, the ocean, and the island in line. So the island in itself, it symbolizes the North Moluccan Kingdom, which is united and known as Moluku Kiaraha. Moluku Kiaraha, which literally means that Moluku Kiaraha is Moluccan consists of four mountain in lines. So as you can see, there are four mountains. There is a Maitara, Tidore, Moti, and Mokian. And there is a small island between Tidore and Moti. And this is what has Mr. Devi says before about the geological site in Ternate. And this is where you can see the pinnacle lava. So maybe you have video, Mr. Andi?
Yeah. So yeah, in front of the Ngada, in the Ngada Lake, yeah, there is actually the new discovery that we can see a pinnacle lava, but this is underwater. So yeah, I have video that we can see this underwater about pinnacle lava from the lava flow from the old Gamalama, and then Mr. Devi will explain this as well. So now let's go for the video, Faisal. Okay, so this is the condition of the lava pinnacle. Mr. Devi can add this, Mr. Devi.
Yeah, as I showed you before, that the activity at the island of Ternate is not only limited to the volcanic centers at Gamalama, but previously it was active also in the south and near the Ngada crater, and then also in the north west, which is the Tolire crater. So it is with this kind of setting, it is very possible that lava could come out from this because this is also located in the lineament of the old craters. So this is maybe part of the previous activities at this region.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Devi. Okay,
Thank
now
you, Mr.
Faisal,
Devi.
next let's go to the different spot. Yeah. Now let's continue.
So now we go from lake to the other lake. So here for your information, and if you can see from the beginning, there are two lake exist in Ternate. Here is the second one. This is the biggest one also in Ternate. So as you see from the Google Earth, that is called Danau Tolire or Danau Tolire Besar. In local we known as Danau Tolire Besar. So this is also the geological site because of the site eruption of Gamalama volcano in 1070s. So as you can see from the photos, there is a mountain Gamalama volcano at the back, and there is a Mar Tolire, and there is a small Tolire also. So there is a legend also, as Mr. Devi has been mentioned, that there is about thousands of people died here because it's also tells in the legend there was a village here called Tolire, and it was sink because of what they have been doing. So the legend of the Tolire, as I've been mentioned, that in the past they have like a big harvest season of the spices, fruits, and others in Ternate. So they celebrated with the party. But during the party, they were drunk and something that not really good happened. Something really, really bad happened to the villagers, especially to the head of the village and his daughter. So he met something really, really bad that he, sorry to say that, he had sex with his own daughter, and that's what makes the god angry. So that's why after that, according to the legend, they said there is a storm calm, and there was a chicken warned them 3 times, but no one was listen. Not everyone was listen. Only two ladies, which are the daughters, and also there is an old lady. So the daughters, when she listened the warn by the chicken. The chicken was said Tolire Gamjaha, which means that Tolire it's a bad village, or Tolire will be sink. So, but no one was listening, only the lady and the daughter. So the daughter decided to evacuate herself and run to the beach, but she sink there. She and it becomes the small Tolire Lake. And the lady ran to the south and become a stone, which is known as Marik Purubu. But sorry, I cannot show you the picture because until now I haven't found the stone yet.
Okay, Faisal. Yeah.
So that's the legend. Yeah. So now you see there is a white crocodile. It is. Some people say it's a mythology of the white crocodile. Actually, it is not white, but it's almost the same as usual crocodile. Lives in the middle of the lake, which is the local people believes that it's the head of the village who was sink and becomes the crocodile. And also, if you are lucky enough, you can see some other crocodiles also shown up. So now, as you can see, there is a statue. That is the crocodile in Tolire Lake looks like. It has a white strip from the head to the nose. So that's the crocodiles in Tolire Lake. But only if you're lucky enough, you can show it.
Yeah, Faisal, yeah. I never seen the crocodile, yeah, really, but I respect the local wisdom.
Yeah, I myself only see it once during my life. My life in Ternate. So
I was feeling maybe I saw it once. I think, yeah, it's like what. Okay, Faisal.
So that's next about the lake. Now, okay, ladies and gentlemen. Now we go to the next destination from Tolire. We go to Batu Angus that has been mentioned by Mr. Devi before. This is one of the, I can say, the witness how the Gamalamas was really active in the past. So this is the area which is quite big, and it's really easy to access from the central. Just you can go by ojek or public transport, just about 15 to 20 minutes from the central, and it's right beside the main road of Ternate. So if you go to Ternate, it's easy to find this site. So maybe Mr. Devi, you can explain how the Batu Angus become like now.
Yeah, I have already mentioned before that the Batu Angus site was produced from the lava flow that happened in 1737. This is one of the activity of the long activity of Gamalama volcano, and it is now being the one of the touristic places, and it is safe now to go there. You can walk through the lava. Yeah, so
thank you, Mr. Devi.
Okay, Faisal. Yeah. Now after from this spot, yeah, we can continue now to a little bit more to the city. Let's visit this one. Yeah. Okay. So here, everyone. So here we have a special guest, yeah, and also a lecturer in University of Khairun Ternate. So he is the Ternate Heritage, yeah. So and then Mr. Maulana, are you ready? Hello.
Maulana.
Hello. Okay,
yeah,
I'm ready.
Maulana. Okay. You can share your slide. Yeah, you have 5 minutes. Yeah, to explain about the Ternate Heritage. So everybody, So this tour is actually not only for tour guides, but also for everybody who like volcanoes and geotourism. So this is part of the geotourism, which is now we are performing in Ternate, but that contain culture diversity and geodiversity, and then also with the biodiversity. Okay, Mr. Maulana, now you can share your slide. Yeah.
Thank you very much, everybody. Hello, good night. Now I want to tell a little bit story about the Spice Island of Ternate. So as you can see in the picture, this is the Spice Island of Ternate, the peak, the top of the Gamalama mountain. So my friend took this picture in the first week of July 2020. So several weeks ago. So you can see it's very clearly the weather. It's very beautiful picture because from this spot, you can see what is the Spice Island. So the Spice Islands, it consists of Ternate Island, Tidore, Moti, and Makian. So the Tidore is behind this, the tallest one, and then Moti and Makian. So I begin the story with the Spice Road. So maybe everyone already know about the Spice Road. In Indonesia, we call it Jalur Rempah. Now our government try to collect all the data to make the UNESCO agree about our cultural intangible heritage about the Spice Road, or we call it Jalur Rempah, because all this line stop and connected to this region now become Indonesia, and in the specific area is in Maluku or in the North Maluku. As you can see in the picture, the Jalur Rempah or the Spice Road all ended here in North Maluku or the Maluku Island, or the Europeans say as Spice Island. So this is actually where we are now. As all the speaker already tell to you, Ternate is very close to Tidore, Moti, Makian, and all the small island in the region. Let's begin with the story of the city. So the city actually in the southern part of the island, but before it, the people only live in the mountainside of Gamalama, 17 and 15,000 meters from the sea level. And then they moved the capital to the south part. We call it Soasio, or the Nine Kampong. And then the Soasio moved to today's Soasio in the east part of the island. Why? Because of the Spanish. So when the Spanish defeated our Sultanate in 1607, the capital of the city moved to the east part of the island, facing the Halmahera Island. It's very full of layering of historical of the city, because before the Spanish coming, already Portuguese to make agreement with the Sultanate of Ternate. As you can in the left picture. In the left picture, you can see the São João Baptista de Ternate, or in our language, we call it Benteng Castela. It was built in 1522 by the Portuguese. So this is the Fort Castela. Why they name it São João Baptista? Because the first time when they put the stone in the forts is in the day when the Saint John Baptist. So it's very full of political tension and religious aspect of the Catholic when they come here. But what's happened, our Sultan received them very well. So they live as a neighbor, the Sultanate of Ternate and the Portuguese that was doing a trade in the space trade. In the right side is the picture of the capital city in the period of Sultan Babula. That Faisal already told the story about Sultan Babula, who became our airport name. So the capital city of Sultan Babula is located in the south part of the island. As you can see, full with building, and the big one is a mosque, and the ruins of Portuguese fort in the middle. In the front, you can see many ships, including the fishermen ships. It's very beautiful picture, because you can see that all technology of the Malukan, while they're doing fishery. We catch the fish with a night like this. It's very old technology coming from Maluku. And then you can see the Kora Kora, the famous boat, the ship from the Sultanate of Ternate, and there is Juanga and Kagunga. That's the type of the ship of the Sultanate in Ternate. This is the island looks like in 1680 when the Dutch arrived. So they established the Fort Oranje in the east part, so the new capital moved to the east, neighboring the Sultanate. So in the right side is the Sultanate of Ternate capital, and in the middle with the fence surrounding is the Fort Oranje, neighboring with Chinese and Arabic settlement with the Malay people. So it's a full and complete of historical aspect, including nowadays. So the city spread in the east part of the island like this. This is what's happened in 1760. As you can see, the volcano is very active. They also drawing it in this picture as a sign to show us that it's a very active volcano, the island in the volcano. And this is today's situation, the volcano island city. I choose this picture from my own because I want to tell the story where is the airport located. So when you landing at Ternate, this is the airport, Sultan Babula. It's actually located in the north part of the island. So the city center is in the east and in the south part, as in your left side of the picture. So the volcano is very good, give a big influence to the city itself by its structure of the city and its activity of the people. This is the mapping of the natural and cultural heritage of Ternate. We have so many natural and cultural heritage. It's already decided by our government and become our administrative heritage, something like that. So we have to preserve and continue it. And there's a lot of historical things, started from the mosque, the temple, the church that have been mentioned before, the stone lava or Batu Angus, and the beautiful beach. So it's combined the natural and cultural heritage. But the most important one is the cultural landscape heritage itself. So it's a combination between natural and cultural heritage that you can still find in Ternate. So if you visit Ternate, please choose in the month of April, because in April every year there's a ritual tradition of Kololi Kie Motengolo. So all the people will surround the Gamalama mountain or the island, follow the Sultan. So I took this picture when the Sultan already passed away. So this is the chair where the Sultan have to sit, but since we don't have any tentative or definitive Sultan, so the chair is still empty, but the tradition is still going on. So this is the Imam or the Bobatu Akhirat, we call it, the people who in the religions special dati, they will pray in the sea to commemorate the ancestry who died in the sea. This is the main boat. Inside the main boat, I took the picture inside the main boat. So this ritual happens every April, every year, once in a year. And what's happened, the boat behind like this. Every boat representing every kampung or district, small district. And each of the head of the kampung or the village, they will stand in the front of the boat like this. In our local language, we call it fanyira. So the fanyira will stand in the front of the boat like this and will surround the island for at least 3 until 4 hours. So it's a very strong people who stand in the front of the boat like this, but with a beautiful scenery and view of Gamalama mountain around the island. And why are they doing this? Our Sultanate, or the Sultanate of Ternate doing this tradition to commemorate the ancestry and as one of the aspects to inspect the island, to check the physical aspect of the island for the mitigation for the people. It's already happened since the early period of the Sultanate of Ternate. So our system, our Sultanate already doing some kind of mitigation and preparation for the people who live in the volcano island, something like that. And this ritual is as a proof for us as a young generation who still continue in doing the same ritual that already happened more than 1,000 years ago. And this is what we're doing now. We support the local community in a spice road. So we serve the spice food, the culinary, in the spice plantation of the oldest clove in the world. So we call it Cengke Afu. In this site, you can eat a lot of spice food and very local taste. And all the food is cooked by inside the bamboo. So you can see here a lot of local food they put in the bamboo. It's very healthy, non-cholesterol, of course. So you can eat as much as you want, and it's very healthy for our body. And
I love this.
we can see. You love this food.
I like this food, yeah.
And this is the woman who produced the food. They're from the community. They name it Cengkeafu and Gamalama Spices Community. They already participated. They have been invited in the Ubud Food Festival, and then in the Pekan Kebudayaan Nasional, Indonesian National Cultural event in Jakarta last year, because they are very authentic to serve the food by our local product of Ternate. This is one of the most tourisizing, beautiful in Ternate. What's happened in the pandemic period, some of the bamboo traditional house was damaged. So now we try to reconstruct it again by helping of many people, including from the university. They try to send a student here. We call it KKN, or social worker from student, to help the people who get direct impact from this pandemic period.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is what the community doing. Our community, Ternate Heritage Society, we are doing a Jelajah Cengkeafu, or hiking in the mountainside, in the Cengkeafu side, to enjoy all the scenery of the mountain side, and to learning about our history and our culture, and including our biology and sociology aspect. Because we're learning about the plantation. You can see here, this is the group picture of the participants. Mostly a young generation, they really enjoy this. It is the second Cengkeafu. In that time, become the oldest clove tree in the world. Now it's already died. And we still have the third one, or the Cengkeafu Tiga, or the third Cengkeafu. Okay, I think that's it.
Yes, was very cool, Mr. Maulana Ibrahim, PhD. Thank you very much. Yeah, everybody. Thank you for Mr. Maulana Ibrahim, PhD. Yeah, he's a lecturer and then assistant professor in the University of Cairo in Ternate. Okay, then now, Mr. Maulana, you can stop your Okay, then we continue, Faisal. So now we can continue because Volcano is waiting now. Yeah. So let's go next, Faisal. Let's go now to the yes, Faisal. So here we have.
Setelah itu berapa menit tadi lupa kasih timer.
Yeah. Okay, Faisal. Now we have video.
Okay.
Faisal.
Semangat, belum terkasih stop berarti aman.
Yeah. Okay. Now we have video to go to Sofifi. Faisal. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm here.
Okay, Faisal. You can also explain. Volume is good now.
Okay. First.
All right.
Okay. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, this is how we will go to Mahera. So, this is all the speedboat we call Armada Semut, and we go through the Armada Semut port. So, this is Armada Semut. It uses 3 engines, and the maximum capacity is 15 passengers.
I think Faisal in the Sofifi ferry, right?
Yeah.
So
now this is Sofifi port, where we will start our driving to Tobelo. So here we are in Sofifi. So for your information, that Sofifi is the capital city, is the capital of North Maluku province. As it was in Ternate, but after in 1999, it moves to Sofifi and it becomes the capital city. So from Sofifi, we'll continue to Tobelo
Okay,
by
Faisal.
taking
Let's go.
the car. Yeah.
This is
So
our driver
here,
waiting. Yeah.
yeah, our
Okay.
driver is ready.
We can continue, Faisal, now to Tobelo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go, Mr. Andi.
Yes.
So our driving from Sofifi to Tobelo will take about 4 hours by like mini minibus, which consists persons.
Yeah, this is
So
situation in Tobelo.
yeah, so as you can see, that is the condition of Tobelo, and also you can see the Mamuya mountain there, where we will go for a trek. So the population here in Tobelo, it's less than Ternate, but this is the second crowded city in North Maluku. It consists of 20,000 people lives around Tobelo, and here also where we will spend one night before our trekking to Dukono.
Okay,
Thank
Faisal.
you, Mr. Andi. So this is, ladies and gentlemen, this is our hotel. It's a very highly recommended hotel for you who wants to climb Dukono.
Yeah, this is
Because
my hotel too, you know, for my group, Faisal. Yeah, so I love this hotel
yeah,
because there is Wi-Fi, but very, very slow, you know that. But I like
yeah,
this hotel, yeah, very much because it's close. Okay, I think now, Faisal, so we're gonna be stay here that you can explain about to the group, so what should bring and then what should not, yeah, from now.
okay.
Yeah.
So why we choose this hotel? Because it's close to the central of Tobelo, where we can do shopping to prepare what to bring before our trekking. And also, I would like to remind you that you should bring all your luggage because we will let it on Mamuya, where our friends stay there and the one who will accompany us during our trek. So
All right.
I can guarantee it's safe there because it's a local guide there also in Mamuya, and just bring the equipment that you need on
Yeah.
the corner,
Okay,
and don't
Faisal.
forget to bring your mask and
Yes.
helmet.
Was so cool, Faisal. And then now this is the
Yeah,
moment that now before we climb to
yeah,
Dukono, that at least you know we will have some overview from our volcanologist, Dr. Devi, about the Dukono volcano. Yeah, please, Mr. Devi.
yes.
Okay, I will share my screen. So hello again, everyone. This is the picture of Dukono volcano. So Dukono is the northernmost volcano in the Halmahera arc, and it is a complex volcano with overlapping craters. And the height of the summit crater is 1230 meter above sea level. It is a rather broad and low-profile edifice surrounded by multiple inactive cones. So the current activity is hosted in the main central crater, which has a diameter of 700 meters. And here you see that this kind of activity is in persistent mode. So so Dukono is the most active volcano in Maluku region and perhaps the currently most vigorously active volcano in Indonesia. So and the historical volcanic activity record was suggesting that the strong eruptive discharges have persisted since about 1933. So there was a larger eruptions back in 1550, which devastated the once known city called Tolo. And this is this activity of continuous ash emission like this has made Dukono as the biggest volcanic SO2 contributor in Indonesia with 290 kiloton of SO2 per year. And for your information, for Indonesia in total, the number of volcanic SO2 is the total number is 540, around 540 kiloton per year. So Dukono itself contribute to more than 50% of the volcanic SO2 in Indonesia. So and if we see in the world statistic, it's also one of the most the highest SO2 emission in the top 10. And so this is the condition of the complex crater. So it's the overlapping craters. So as I told you before, this is a complex volcano. So you see that there were some active craters, and as you see that the main crater that is currently active is the one on the far left. So this is the name of the crater. It's Malupang Warirang. So that's the one that is currently active. And before there were also some activities at other volcanic centers. So as you've seen there, there's a Dilekene A and B. So that's the first before Dukono, before the Malupang Warirang. Dilekene was the one who was active, and then it continues to Telori, and then it's moving again to Karyang, and then moving to Malupang Warirang. And so this is the geological map, the old geological map of Dukono. It was made in 1998. And what I would like to tell you here is that the sequence of because before the eruptions was before the eruption is centralized at Malupang Warirang, there was some activities around it based on the geological map, and that's the first one is here. So that's the Kua volcano, and then it's moving to the south. It's Gazona, Gozana volcano, and then going to the west to Balewale volcano, and then to the north it's Mamuya volcano, and then moving to the volcanic centers of Dukono. And and as seen before, the Mamuya volcano was there was a strait here, but then it was covered by the lava flow. So it is now in the same island. And so what's the Dukono tells you again? So its activity is currently the most one of the most active one. So this is the resume of the activity, and most activities are characterized by ash emissions, and so the main or the other direct impact of the eruptions, like the volcanic bomb or pyroclastic fall, thick parasitic fall, mostly located near the craters. But the volcanic ash is one of the most, one of the largest threat at the Dukono. The volcano itself is very far from the public settlements, so everyone is living in the safe zones. So during its activity, we don't have to evacuate many people, except if the volcanic ash is, I mean, if the concentration of the ash is increasing, then possibly there is some evacuations. But it's very rare because people are staying very far from the volcano. So as I told you before, the main risk is the volcanic ash. And because this is very often happening at around Dukono. People who live around, they have already adapted to this situation. So they are not afraid of these eruptions. They think that this kind of activity is normal. But during if the ash is going to the settlements, the local government have already done many good efforts. They distribute masks to the public, so they will it will decrease the risk to a respiratory disease. And one of the other threat is the aviation, because Dukono is very often erupting, as well as Gamalama. This is not at Dukono. This was at Gamalama. I took this. I was there during the eruption, so I could not go back to Jakarta at that time, back in 2015. So this was quite often happened during the eruptions. So this is when you make a visit to, for example, Ternate and also Dukono, you have to be prepared for like schedule changing because if the eruption happen. But and our functions, so the government gave notice to the aviation authority. So we are very active in sending the dissemination. So the flight safety, even if Dukono is erupting all the time, the actions took by the authorities, aviation and in the aviation sectors are very good there. So you don't have to be worried about this. And for further informations about the situations around Dukono, you may also visit this site where you can find the recommendations and also the current situations of the eruptive activity at Dukono or at other volcanoes. So because Dukono is very active, and you may have information about the height of the plumes and also the directions. And as was said before, when you plan to go to Dukono, then you have to be prepared with the ash. So because it's not a thin, it's very thick ash. So you have to be very you must have a very good preparation on that. And we have observers, volcano observers who work near the volcano. So before you climb, there is always a good thing to visit them to see how the volcanic activity at the time you visit the observatory, because if the activity was increasing, it might not be safe even for you to climb there. So you need to know because safety is the most important aspect when you want to climb the volcano. Then you need to ask with the local observers about the current situations and if it is safe, if it is safe to climb, and what is or what you have to prepare during the hike. I think that's all, and that's for the overview of Dukono. If you want to know about other informations about the current activity of Dukono and other volcanoes in Indonesia, please visit this website. And yeah, for the moment it is still in Indonesia, but if you click on the VONA, especially if you want to visit Dukono, then you can see in the VONA's section there on the top, and that's written in English. So thank you, Andi.
All right, it was very cool, Mr. Devi. Okay, so because everybody, so now let's go for the expedition to Dukono. Yeah, so now is the times, and then Faisal, now our guide is like lose the signal as usual. Yeah, because he is in Ternate, it's just small islands. Yeah, so the connection is dropped. And then no problems. Then I will continue, instead Faisal. Okay, everybody, after from Tobelo, and then please get all your luggage, your belonging, not to be left. And then now let's go to the Mamboya. So Mamboya is also, this is the volcano that Mr. Devi can explain this maybe. Yeah, Mr. Devi.
I think I have already mentioned that before.
Right.
So this was one of the volcanic centers on the north of Maluku, and before it was separated by a strait. But by the lava flow from Dukono, then it was covered now by the lava, and then the island of Mamboya now is becoming.
All right.
The same.
So it was its own island, different, separated, Mr. Devi. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And then let's continue. We visit observatory post now. This is located in Mamboya. Yeah. Maybe Mr. Devi can give a short, about this, the monitoring systems.
Yeah. I could. I think you can still share the okay. That's the observatory at Dukono. As you see that, if you enter the building, this is a public building, so everyone can visit it every day, every time. So you will see some instrumentations. You can still see the analog drum seismic recorder. And you will also meet the observers. I think one of the observers is here, Mr. Iwan Ahmad. So, and you will meet him, and you will see the activity of the current activity or the actual activity of Dukono at every time. And the volcano is currently monitored by some stations. We have seismic stations, and also for the Halmahera region, we have a cooperation with the French scientists. So we have a cooperation with IRD, and focusing on only for North Maluku volcanoes, and we have a lot of works. Mostly in the gas or geochemistry research, and also for seismic research at Dukono, and also at other volcanoes around there.
Okay. So, thank you very much, Mr. Devi. Yeah. And then, okay, everybody now. So now we can start, so this is now the times that we are getting on the jeep of Dukono, everybody. So we can prepare our luggage. Yeah, so this is kind of our jeep actually, but this is a coconut jeep. Yeah, it's not really cheap. So yeah, we rent from local people, from the jeep driver that normally you use for coconut. Okay, now we go, and then for the expeditions, and then after that we will go down, and then we will stay again in Tobelo, and this is the time for question and answer. Okay, let's go for the expedition now. There's only video and the photography. Yeah, that actually Mr. David that have explained already everything about the overview of Dukono. Yeah, let's go. Faisal. Okay, now this is the track to, this is the track to Dukono. Yeah, this is the way to Dukono. This is actually 11 kilometers from the observatory post to the volcano. So it takes 3 hours. Yeah, and then if we walk, it takes 6 hours. But since we go by jeep, so this can shorten the distance. Only 1 hour, yeah. So we don't need to walk too much. Okay, then let's go, Faisal. We go by jeep, yeah.
So now we start. We are going by this truck, vehicle that's actually this is vehicle for loading coconut, from normal people, for the local people. So it's takes 1 hour. To the somewhere, then we start to walk. So now we shift 3 hours walking, and then after that we go up. Yeah, the route is like this, off-road. Yeah, it's something that's quite adventurous, and after that we walk. Now Dukono is very active with ash eruptions. as we have seen before in the seismograph, that's I don't know, what's gonna happen there. It's let's see. I think it's quite adventure and yeah, maybe dangerous. I don't know yet, but I'm looking forward to see this also.
Okay, now this is very dense forest. Yeah, the jeep will stop here, and then we have to walk from here. Yeah, so this is the way. Yeah, Faisal, and then we have to walk from here, from when the jeep stop, yeah, to the break point. It's very dense like this. Yeah, let's see. We have the video as well. Yeah, the way is very dense, and then everywhere, covered by ash, and then that's why sometimes you have to wear the ash, for the dust mask. Yeah, this is to protect from your nose, because not to get too much ash. Yeah. And then we're gonna stop in 1.5 hours. We're gonna stop. This is the break point.
Okay.
Okay, Faisal. Now, Faisal, sometimes
Yeah.
you have experience, because you are good for biodiversity. So sometimes we have seen some animals, right? Okay, let's see now.
Yeah. So
What can we see now? Yeah. Okay, Faisal.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, on the rest area or the rest point for Dukono trekking, you can see some biodiversity there, where is a blitz hornbill usually pass by above us with his voice that sometimes distract us, but we enjoy it because it is a nice bird. But not only these birds that usually usually shown up, but also there are some other birds like burung pita. Mr. Andi, you have some pictures?
Yeah, yeah.
So this is
Normally we have
North
seen here,
Moluccan
yeah,
pita.
in the break point. Yes.
Yeah, so this is one of the beautiful birds during our trek to Dukono. So this is beside this North Moluccan pita, you can also see one of the most unique birds. Also, it's called Moluccan scrub fowl, which is the same species with Maleo. It's the family of scrapple in Sulawesi. Only the difference is the pattern of the uh, vest of the birds. So sometimes for as the local, we usually when we climb Dukono, we usually look for the eggs because the eggs is quite good for us.
It's big, guys. People stole it, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite big. It's enough for 2 people.
Yeah, good
So
for climbers, yeah. But it's actually I
Momoa.
never done that, Faisal. Stole the egg from the bird, yeah. But we have seen here sometimes. Okay, sometimes also
Yeah, so this is the other kind of Momoa, or local people they call it Maleo. But for your information, is Maleo is only in Sulawesi. This is we call Gosong Kelam or Maleo Tobelo. So this is same as before, only the different color.
Yeah, it's
So there is the biodiversity in
right.
Dukono trekking.
Right, yeah. Sometimes it's very, very scary to people, yeah, and then just run away. Okay, Faisal.
Yeah.
Then let's go. Now we walk. Continue, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
let's
Now
go to the
we go
campsite.
here. Yeah, this is the trail to. Yeah, this is to the campsite, and then let's continue. Yeah, and then we have the. Yeah, this is almost to the campsite. Yeah, and then you have the situation that sometimes quite extreme here with the ash everywhere. Yeah, some explosions that occurring from the crater of Malumpang Barirang.
Now we are in the Dukono volcano in open field, which is called crater of Tanah Lapang.
Yeah, this is
complex of,
Andi,
Dukono
yeah, your
volcano,
guide,
which is,
your co-guide, you know,
there are some overlapping volcanoes.
beside
And you can
Faisal
see from here
in
the lava
Dukono.
flow that was eruptions from eruption to 1933, and then afterward, the active crater which is called Malempang Barirang, with look at now, ash eruption and plume that was from two vents, then I think injected together like that. This has been continuously like this, for Dukono volcano. We don't know what's gonna happen, so we're gonna climb up and then try to be in the rims, and then I think we are looking forward to see this. Will be amazing.
Yeah. So Faisal, so now we gonna make plans, whether it's possible or not to climb to the crater. Yeah. So as the guide like me, yeah, also for the people, for the climbers, this is must be very very risky. Yeah. So the guide must know very well about the dangers, about the activity, and then about the knowledge of the volcano. So that normally I guide my group. Yeah, we climb in the night. Yeah, we climb in the night. So and then we don't have to be like in the crater in the rim of the crater. It depends on the situations. Yeah, and then this is now we plan to climb after midnight, and then after breakfast. Yeah, and then what should bring is with everything that covered by plastic, or with the dry bag that protect from the ash. And especially with your camera, must be very very careful. Yeah, so you can the ash can just break your camera very quickly because the activity. So everyone, if you want to climb this, so must be careful. Okay, I think Faisal, now I can lead you, to climb and then to see activity of the crater, and then after that we can climb down. Yeah, we can climb down directly to the Mamuya, and then we will go to the hot spring for the relax, and then very nice after climbing. Okay, let's see the video now about the climbings. Yeah, here that was really really when I was there. Yeah, it's a lot of ash every times. So must be fit to climb here. It's about 2 hours, yeah, from the
because
campsite.
there is magmatic eruptions, so this is more dangerous, than ash eruption or phreatic. So now there was phreatic eruption, so we have to go down. So we don't want to, take a risk because bombs can go to the rims. Yeah, it's everywhere. Then we just saw that some bombs almost to the rim, I think, and very high over the rims, just close to our position before when we were there. And look, conditions still very extreme. So magmatic because it's not only ash, yeah. That lapilli, also comes down, and then the black things stuff. That's very dangerous now. Well, finally we survived from was in extreme condition up there in the rim of Dukono volcano. It was fantastic, with ejecting us all the times, and sometimes bursts and then explosions.
Yeah, now let's see activity of the crater. Yeah, now you can see there is only one fan from the central, bombs everywhere, but this is still located. Okay, Faisal, now I think, yeah, sometimes we don't have to climb to the rim, yeah, because it's too dangerous. So that's everything is depend on the situation. So, and then I explained before, I stopped, and then I didn't continue to the rim because it's too dangerous. Okay, Faisal, I think now you can lead. We have to go down to the Mamuya again. Yeah. So let's go to the Mamuya.
Okay.
So this is
So
3
let's go to
hours.
Mamuya, guys.
Yes, 3
Ladies
hours.
and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
very quickly. I think it's going down very quickly. So let's go. And then now let's have fun to the hot spring. Yeah, this is for any tourists, yeah, local or even, yeah, they can go here. So that you can see here some. Yeah, this is the situation of Mamuya, that the water is very, very clear.
Right.
Yeah. And that normally every every person they can donate 10,000 rupiah only, yeah, for in grants. Yeah. That's very good. After from Dukono with a lot of ash, you know, ash everywhere, our clothes, everything's our tent, so we can wash here. Yeah. The water is a little bit warm. It's like about 35 degrees, yeah, but it's safe. Yeah. So there is some part that here in the lab is quite hot. So local people use for bathing and then for washing. Yeah. So, but the water is there is inlet and outlet, so no problem. Even many people they can do washing here and bathing. There is outlet as well. So okay, Faisal. Now we go to the hotel. Yeah, we go back to the hotel. Yes. Okay, Faisal. Now we go back to the hotel. Yeah, thank you very much, everyone. And then Mr. Devi for the explanations. Yeah. So Faisal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now this is the time. Yeah. So now you can also help me to read, you know, all the questions. Yeah. It's a lot. So maybe I will allow you. I will allow you to. Now I stop share, and then I will allow you to read about this. And then this is the first questions, very interesting from here, from Engku. Yeah, from Engku. So as you know, everybody, in this tour, actually, we have not only volcanoes and geologic, yeah, but look, we have culture diversity, we have also biodiversity, so it's a complete, yeah, as a geotourism package, yeah. So this is very good, you know, that combine Ternate as the Spice Island, one of the most famous island in the world, and then combined with the Dukono volcano. So let's see. Here there is a questions from, wow, here's a lot of, yeah, a lot of chatting here. So I think I saw the Engku. Okay. So Engku, can you unmute your mic? You can just now directly, yeah.
Yes,
so
I'm here, Andy.
Yes, please, yeah, Engku.
My question was, when was the year that all the Sultanate of Ternate has been started? When was the year?
Right. Yeah, when was the Sultan of Ternate has been established and started? Okay, I think this is for Mr. Maulana Ibrahim, yeah, about the question of Engku, yeah, as the expert, yeah. Please, Mr. Maulana.
Thank you for the question. So based on historical data, we get the information that our Sultanate started in 13th century, 1254, but based on historical database. So nowadays, we already have at least 48 Sultan who has ruled in the Sultanate of Ternate. So it starts from 1254, 13th century.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr.
So it's
Maulana.
300 years before Portuguese coming.
300 years before Portuguese coming. All right.
Yeah, maybe I can add some more.
Yeah, okay, Faisal.
Yeah, so like Mr. Maulana already said that it's now has been 48 sultans, but before it was known also there is like if I'm not mistaken there was four Kolano. It's before the sultans exist. So before the sultan we known the king as Kolano. So that's for the information, Mr. Engku. Thank you for the question.
Okay, thank you very much, Engku, yeah, from Africa, from Ethiopia. Okay, there is second question from Ingrid. Is there any link between the eruptions with the large lava flow in 1933, both from Gamalama and Dukono? I think, Ingrid, you can just speak up. Yeah, you can unmute. Yeah, it's good.
Yes, when I was following the information and the very good explanations of Dr. Devi, I noticed that on both geological maps of Gamalama and Dukono, there were lava flows in 1933. So I was wondering if there was any particular reason that there was increased activity in the whole area in that year.
Yeah, Mr. Devi, please. Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Ingrid. How's Belgium?
I'm actually living in Athens, Greece, but Belgium is fine.
Okay, I thought you were because I was studied in Belgium.
Really?
Before. Yeah.
Okay. No, I am from Belgium, but I'm living in Greece the last 5 years.
So in fact, I have already answered your question. From all the reports and from our research, there is no particular link with both eruptions because both volcanoes are very active, and many times they erupted at the same time. So, and they both located quite far as well. And if you see that the source of the magnetism for this volcano, they have the same from the Helm Arab, but they certainly have the different shallow reservoir. So there was no particular link between them. So yeah, that's my question answer. Thank you.
All right, thank you
Okay,
very much,
thank
Mr.
you.
Devi. Thank you very much, Ingrid. Yeah, and then next now, this is short questions, but with a long link from Maria. Mr. Devi, maybe this is, are the Mamuya springs being monitored? Yeah, Mr. Devi. Please.
Okay, we don't monitor currently continuously the Mamuya springs, but we do monitor some of the spring, but it's not in continuous mode. So we sometimes, if we need to do some certain objectives for research, we do that. And but currently we don't put any monitoring sensors around the Mamuya. We only focused on Dukono at the moment. And
Yeah.
I would like also to respond to Maria's statements about the mask. So in fact, if you see in my slides, so I can go back to share my slides about the mask. So in fact, the government distributed the medical mask. You see that's the green 3-ply mask. So that's in normal condition they do that. I don't know now because since there is a COVID-19 situation, masks are quite not easy to get at the moment. But normally they will distribute this kind of mask. But if you want to climb the volcano, of course you need more than this mask. You need to cover your face as well. You need to cover for your eyes and also for your skins. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Devi. This is again from Maria. So okay, this is there is questions from Maria. Traditional rituals such as the carrying of the giant bamboo stick. How old are they? So and also the dancing rituals are also for kids. This is Faisal or Mr. Maulana, please. Yeah, hello, Faisal or Mr. Maulana?
I'm here.
Yeah, maybe Maria, can you repeat your questions? Yeah, just direct. Open your mic about the traditional rituals. Yeah. Okay, Maria, please.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yes, I would like to know if the rituals, the dancing rituals, are also intended for kids. Because usually when you see videos about the traditions in Indonesia, you see young people and elder people in the rituals, but I have never ever seen dancing kids. So I would like to know if this is also practiced by kids, because this is very important to rescue the traditions.
Okay, so the bamboo, Maria, the bamboo dance.
Yeah.
Okay.
The rituals, yeah.
Thank you for
the traditional rituals such as carrying old giant bamboo stick, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Maria, for the question. Yeah, for nowadays, the government has their own program, like for cultural rescue. So they put the curriculum on the schools start from the primary school until the high school. So the young generation, they will start to learn about the some of the ritual, the dance, and the other things. But special for this ritual, like crazy bamboo, it should be guarded by the, I can say, the masters. That it should be lit above than teenager, like older than teenager, so they can manage how what is it for, or what can they use for from this ritual. Because as I've been mentioned, that this ritual was really functional before, as we don't have a heavy machine like nowadays. We don't have a robot to pick heavy things. So but we still keep practicing. Until now we have some like art community and a cultural community. They studied about those rituals. So thank you, Maria.
Okay, thank you. And then now the last questions that in the chatting room. This goes to Elmi Hanum Harahap from Indonesia. Yeah. Okay, Hanum, can you unmute and then you can repeat your questions.
Okay, thank you. I would like to know, my question is to Mr. Faisal as the tour guide with the virtual tour. I would like to know when was the people in Ternate was converted in Islam, in which century Islam came to Ternate. Thank you.
Yeah, please.
Okay,
Yeah, Faisal or Mr. Maulana.
That's that's a good question. So from according to the story, there are some nation all comes to Ternate. The first one was Chinese, but they didn't spread out the religions. The second one was Arabic. They came with the trading, just like most of the nation, but they also spread out the religions. Before, there wasn't a sultan yet. There is a kolano, which is like head of the village. No, sorry, head of an island. So it leads most of the community, like what Mr. Maulana already shown from his slides before. There are only some village exist, and since the Arabic came, we have learned about the Muslims. I'm sorry, I forgot the year, but it's before Sumatran people known about the Muslims. As I can prove that inside the palace there is a handwriting Quran, which is more than 400 years old now. So it is a long time before Muslims spread out beside North Maluku.
Okay.
So that is, thank you.
Yeah, more.
For
Maybe Mr. Maulana, you can add more maybe.
Okay, if I may add, so basically on the historical document from the European perspective, they say that the kingdom converted to the Islam in 13th century. So it's at least 14th century, 100 or 200 years after the first kingdom was crowned. So the king here, we call it Kolano, as Faisal say. So the Sultanate of Ternate, the kingdom of Ternate changed the name of the ruler from Kolano to Sultan in 13th century. So when our first Sultan learning Islam from Java Island, from Gresik. So, but when we do a study based on the oral tradition, all the people here in Ternate, they all say that Islam already come here since the first kingdom was crowned. So it starts from early 13th century, Islam already here. We have our oral tradition the legend say that the first Colano or the king have another brother who become the king of Tidore and become king of Moti and Makian, which become the Spice Island. So all the king in this Spice Island was in the same family. That's based on our oral tradition, say like that. So we have two story, one from our oral tradition and another one is from the historical record that was made by the European. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Maulana Ibrahim, PhD, from Ternate Heritage. Yeah. So everybody, everyone, so all of honorable participants, yeah, actually the time is quite punctual. Yeah, we start more 10 minutes and then now it's already 2 hours. And then I think Faisal, because no more chatting in the room, yeah, in the chatting room. And then I think we can go back to the Ternate now, Faisal, so you can lead. We go back to Ternate, Faisal. And then perhaps, yeah, we can close to this activity. I mean, this is the 5th of the virtual volcano tour, yeah, for international. And so this time I would like to say thank you very much, yeah, for the all attentions and then for the all kindness that you have been supporting so far. So this is the last virtual volcano tour in Dukono, and then for the next in August we will move to Ertaali to Ethiopia, to Africa, yeah. And then thank you very much once again, Marcus Hewer, my friend, and also Ingrid, yeah, and then everybody here that I cannot mention, also to all Indonesian, yeah. So I hope that these meetings you can take the benefit, yeah. And then as the initiator, I would like to apologize, if there is any inconvenience with all my teams. Thank you very much for Dr. Devi and all the collaborators, yeah, all participants here, Mr. Dedi, yeah. So I cannot mention one by one. Okay, Faisal, I think now we should go back to the Ternate to end this tour and then for the closings. Yeah, Faisal. And then,
okay, so
yeah.
well,
Yeah, let's go.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, now we are going back to Ternate. We have to return to Sofifi again, the capital of North Maluku, and cross to Ternate, which will take about 30 to 45 minutes by the Armada Semut or speedboat. And yeah, so here we are.
Yeah. Then let's go back to Ternate, Faisal. Yeah, this is okay.
Yeah.
We should, yeah.
So here, before I forgot, in Ternate, beside you can see the cultural and the other things that has been shown. There are some unique attraction also here. You can do night divings right behind this great mosque, where you can see one of the most unique fish, which only found in the in Ternate or surrounded, which is usually people call it walking shark. So it's easy to find right behind the mosque, the great mosque of Al Munawar. So, Mr. Andi, you have the photos of the walking shark?
Yeah, it's, no more, Faisal. So I think, yeah,
okay.
that we can explain about the shark, yeah, that behind of the mosque like this. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you everyone for the time, and hopefully you enjoy the tour from Ternate to Dukono, and hope to see you again one day in Ternate. See you. Syukur dofu. Assalamualaikum and good evening.
Selamat malam. So thank you very much, everybody. So I hope maybe Engku, the last moment you can explain about the next virtual tour. Yeah, to know to each other. This is now we have participants from 5 continents, from Africa, from Europe, from Africa, from Asia, and then from Australia. So we have complete from 5 continents. And then now Engku, please, you can make teaser of your project for your program for virtual tour to Ertaali. Yeah, please, Engku.
Okay, thank you very much for today's presentation. It was a great time being with all of you. And every time I see a progress in your session, as I told you before, And in God's help, you finish the Indonesian volcanoes. So I shall continue my virtual volcano tour in Ertaale in the coming weeks. That we will decide later.
Yes.
But we will definitely be staying in the Rift Valley plate tectonic theory, or the Rift Valley volcanoes, especially which stretch from Syria to Mozambique, and the major part of the Rift Valley stays in Ethiopia. That's about 1/3 of the Rift Valley is, penetrating Ethiopia into two, and the most attractive volcanic triple junction plate which exists in the northeastern part of Ethiopia that causes the eruption of Ertaale and the whole Danakil Depression. Actually, we don't have only the volcanic activities, we have also the geothermal activities, which is very colorful, and it looks like another world, actually. So we will be staying in Ethiopian volcano for the next weeks, for the coming weeks, and hopefully we will, everybody, I'm inviting everybody.
You invite Indonesian as well, Engku, yeah?
Indonesians, very much.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we have you have big fans, Engku. You have many supporters. Yeah. So
I don't want to miss anybody. I don't want to miss anybody.
All right. Yeah.
And,
okay, guys. Yeah.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much for invitation.
Okay then. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Engku, and then thank you everyone. Yeah. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, honorable participants. And then I hope we can see again to Africa, because this program is actually that we would like to manage, become international forum for the geotourism and then for the volcano tourism all over the world, and then how to encourage people during the pandemic, tour guide, how to they can make virtual tour, be more creative, and then it's always promoting about volcanoes and geotourism. Yeah, so that here we had explanation about the cultural diversity, biodiversity, and then also that volcano and geology. Yeah, but okay, nothing is perfect, nobody's perfect. So see you next time. I apologize if there is inconvenience, and then see you, and then keep health. Success for you all. Thank you very much. Sampai jumpa ya in Indonesian language. Thank you very much ya, everyone ya. Yeah, you can stay or you can leave ya. Okay. See you in Africa.
See you.
Marcus, thank you, Marcus. See you in Ertaale. If you never been to Ertaale, to Africa, just join. Yeah.
See you. Yeah. See you, Mr. Engku. Cannot wait to go to
Irina,
Africa.
terima kasih. Spasiba. Spasiba. Danke. Merci beaucoup.
Merci.
Terima kasih grup Dukono.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih Pak Andi ya.
Sama-sama.